Right, I've had some time to calm down, drink some milk. I bought some Swiss cake rolls. I haven't had those since college. I've commented before how treats like those and zebra cakes were how I gained weight again after Kawasaki syndrome, and I was so emaciated. I was thin for years afterwards, but then I blossomed, thanks to the power of high sugar content. I'm feeling great. I'm a VIP. And we get to go into the Room of Happiness. Alright. We got a room with a chair. In the post story, beyond the Reflections video, after walking out that front door, sharing my ideas on it, a number of you expressed hope or expectations that what we would encounter in the unfinished business would alter the story in some fashion. That Heart Prison would provide the key to something other than what we saw beyond the front door. Or that these little touchstones imprinted with things would provide a different ending. I did not have those expectations. I came into this post-game similar to how I came into the game, which is, I'm playing an RPG Maker game. I don't know whether this is gonna have been worth my money or my time. We'll just see where the road takes us. That RPG Maker thing is something I point out regularly. I think it's an important distinction. Since, the game's user face is holds it back. For those of you that fall into the category that I described, I will now share with you a sentiment that a girlfriend of mine shared. It was a life philosophy of hers. That it was never to set expectations, because then you set yourself up for disappointment. Mr. Marvelous. one's expectations, one's anticipations can fail to meet reality. That what you've envisioned in your head before reading a book, or watching a film, seeing a comedy act, playing a game, going out with someone, doing an event, those expectations, the anticipation can be the greatest feeling that nothing will be able to reach. Your hope and ambition can just be left there, unrequited. So, you had greater hopes regarding what we'd see there in Heart Prison, or an answer to the stones. Because that's what's happening on the screen. We're getting adorable animations, often repeated. Don't know how many of them there are. I don't have any control, except to get out of it. But think of the stones we have. We have the Shinryu Stone. We have the Information Stone. We have the Friendship Stone. We have the Family Stone. We have the Low Resolution Stone, the Low Res Stone, and we have the Mr. Marvelous Stone. The only other thing I am looking to do in this game is to revisit the Dark Demon and have another go at it. It'll be a small trip. Level 90. I think I have enough points to buy another bonus before I go in. That way I'll save my... I'll buy like some extra dice, so I can have an easier time with my loaded dice and mulligan dice on the final floor. I'll need to put Lars back in the party. I guess I can keep Hitomi in. Now that's GIF-worthy. That's adorable. Real talk. GIF? GIF. Fight it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change out Hitomi for Lars. I could try to make Jimmy be the person that Lars is, but since Jimmy's form constantly cycles, it's difficult for me to rely on. But then, yeah, like Lars in will have normal attacks causing stickiness so that Lars can just normally attack and create a sticky effect. That sounds good. We'll have items to expend. Andrew and Jimmy will be heavy hitters. Helga will buff with the Dreamstone. Jimmy won't deal as much damage because I can't guarantee him being in his Freelancer base form. We'll be leaning on Andrew for damage. I know, Mr. Marvelous. I know. And I don't know how many of these little animations there are. I don't have any control or ability to cycle through them. I'm not entirely sure whether the Dark Demon's still down there. Like, it might just be like an ending, but I'm reckoning that, well, that way you wouldn't just want to be able to leave with your points, right? No. You have to have a fight, like another go at it. Room of Happiness. Does it make you happy? I think 10 minutes is enough time. Okay. Would be quicker for me to just take the Marvelous Teleporter, but no big deal. Or emergency exit. Like I said, no big deal. We will battle evil again another time. Let's hang out with Uncle Lars. Unequip Hitomi through the power of Moon Baby. I thought about putting the training manual on someone during the time I'd spent like doing arena fights. Just never ended up caring enough. Sun badge for you, and I don't know. Do I want to make use of the Marvelous Cannon? Who do I want to give the Moonrock to? If Andrew's gonna be my primary damage dealer, I don't think what I want for him to have is a barbed wire wristband. But who will I give? I should give you something that increases your defense. I'm gonna have you undulate, but I don't want it to be the Eternal Optimism badge or the Plutonium. I could find a way to make someone immune to being heartbroken. Buck surely can't be heartbroken, right? Right? He said not really believing that was true, but it's good to have dreams. Like Jimmy. Let's just put on the lead coating. I don't feel great about that. I'm cool with Mom having the moon badge and the hyperdrive unit. Not the coin purse, though. Let's give her the Dreamstone for buffs. It might actually be more worthwhile to have her get the doctor's bag. And just not have her constantly buff. Let's keep that in mind. Andrew's got an adrenaline shot, a slow conversion, which is so silly to have. Is there anything better than a ball I'd throw? Not really. No. He's already got Rejuvenate thanks to the badge. I can't really see myself realistically using that. Pulverizing Light? Why not give him a Pulverizing Light, right? Yeah, let's give him a Pulverizing Light. This is not an attack that is granted to him by the Galaxy Badge. Jimmy, that's fine. Your cost doesn't really need to be halved, though. This lowers your attack. One nice thing about Hitomi is because of 3 trinkets, you can slap on some really sweet buffs with her. Or with narrows his eyes. I will give you the Moonrock. Yeah. I'm gonna give Andrew the Moonrock because it's possible that while I'm waiting for his cooldowns and physical attacks, I can unleash a magic attack. But I'm still gonna keep him with the Encyclopedia set. Just have him with a Galaxy Badge and the Moon Rock. Even though we could finagle it so that he'd have an even higher attack. It's a nice, like, evening out of him. Jimmy, you can keep the Witch's Heart. Look at how high we can make that magic attack, right? Wink, wink? Mm-hmm. So high. Totally not a problem at all. Why don't we give... No, I want to leave Mom with the Moon Badge. Which means that I'm giving Jimmy the Knight's Emblem, which is fine. Powers-wise, what will I always want to have access to with Jimmy? What 2 skills? I want to have... I'm loath to have Intimidating Stare, because of the drag-out endurance fight this is gonna be. Even though it would be nice to have, like, a guaranteed startle at the beginning, and also as I'm fighting enemies on my way there, right? Like, that first turn to position and set things, but if the fight goes 20, 30, 40 turns, Intimidating Stare really doesn't do a lot. Still, for all the other fights that I'm gonna get into, it's probably for the best. The guaranteed moves I want to have on Jimmy are a Mana Burn and a Hyperactivity. Our normal attacks will cause stickiness. I'll leave that Hyperactivity on there just in case something goes wrong. Beyond that, we'll put in some magic skills like Immolate, a Black Fountain. I'm not going to put in a Ghost Fire because I'll have Cherry Bombs. I could put in my Called Shot, I guess. These skills don't matter so much unless, like, during the Dark Demon fight I get cycled to Freelancer Jimmy. Mana Burn and Hyperactivity, I think the 2 things I want to have on him. Jimmy can cycle between, like, doing regular attacks and, like, throwing items, I guess. I'm not really sold on it, but it's gonna be what I do. I guess put Ghost Fire there. Sure. These are 2 things I'm sure I want to have no matter what form I'm on. Just throw items, huh? Yeah, just throw items. I think I'm okay with that. Do I want to leave you with crowns? Let's say I get cycled to... Berg. Maybe equip you with an item that evens out attack and magic attacks some more? Because if I'm going to have you do basic attacks to get the stickiness down... I could also have you just do... That's what I thought. Perpetual Motion Device instead. Yeah. 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 Okay. We can do roller skates? I think we'll do roller skates. Or the Lucky Charm. Let's do roller skates. I could increase my agility more by, slapping on, like, the hyperdrive unit from Helga. But I'm okay with the Knight's Emblem on Jimmy. Cool with that. Allows Mom to be quicker. 215, 156. Lars has 64, Jimmy has 506. If you're in the slowest form, 337, which significantly lowers, like, your attack damage, but that's okay. I can increase that by always giving you the God-given right to go nuts. And instead of throwing items, I can just... Yeah. Okay. Try this. A bit of a different idea. I'm cool with it. And if we end up with base Jimmy form, well, we can have Flighty on the go. Have a little bit of agility. Now, mana burn isn't that big of a deal for us if this is what we're gonna do. Because that only increases attack and magic attack by 50%. So, I can give you some other thing that I think will be imperative. I could give you a heal. I can't give you a squawk. A tragedy, I know. Energize, a barrier, a black fountain, a cold shot. We can do a cold shot. Sure. Just, yeah. Why not? But then I have to replace this with something else, which beats me. Thinking is hard, folks. I was thinking about stuff like maybe like a barrier or a counterstance, but counterstance is based off physical. Barrier just doesn't have a guarantee on it. You know, I think I like sacrifice there more. There. A lot of fuckery later, I nearly went out the damn front door, which means I would have had to go through all this shit again. Okay. I guess with how much time all that took, we'll end the video here. We saw the Room of Happiness. Next time, we'll take our trickier dice set with us into the Dark Dungeon. We could also buy another item. Lars's counterstance power increased, focus halves MP consumption. Anyway. Oh. We can just start at level 100. I think that changes what I wanted to do with Jimmy.